Dear seekers, have you ever walked through a whole day, eaten your meals, spoken to people, performed your duties, yet felt as though you were never truly there? Not the body, not the thoughts, but you, the silent witness behind the noise, were you present? This is the forgotten art of life, not meditation, not prayer, but the core of all inner work, self-remembering. Most of us do not live. We are lived. We function like a program. Thoughts think themselves, emotions erupt, habits repeat, and we call it I. But this I is not you. It is only a mask. You are not your thoughts. You are not your feelings. You are the one who watches all this when you remember. Self-remembering is the sacred act of turning the light inward again and again throughout the day and being the witness, not imagining the witness, not thinking about awareness, but actually standing in it, feeling the I am that needs no definition. This alone is the bridge from the mechanical to the mystical, from being a sleepwalker in time to becoming a seer of the timeless. Buddha understood this deeply, and his entire teaching, though clothed in many garments, meditation, mindfulness, conduct, pointed to one central flame, awaken and stay awake, that is self-remembering. Let me share with you a story from Buddha's life that glows with this truth. Once, a seeker came to the Buddha, agitated and confused. He said, "Master, I have practiced every method, followed every instruction. I sit in silence, I watch my breath, I speak gently, and I eat mindfully. But still, I feel no transformation. I still suffer. I still forget. Why is nothing happening?" The Buddha looked at him, eyes filled with a stillness deeper than the ocean, and asked just one question. "When you eat, do you know that you are eating?" The man paused. "Yes, I try to focus on each bite." Buddha smiled gently. Not focus. Presence. Do you remember yourself eating? Not just the act, but the actor. Do you remain aware that you are? The man fell silent. He understood. Buddha then said, "Many meditate, few awaken. The difference is not in technique, but in the one who remembers to be. Without self-remembering, all practices are just movements, like a puppet moving its limbs, but without the puppeteer. This is the essence. Self-remembering is not something you do once a day in a quiet room. It is not something separate from life. It is life lived consciously. As you walk, remember, I am walking. As you speak, remain rooted in, I am speaking. As you feel anger rising, be the one who sees the storm, not the one who becomes it. As you sit in a meeting, as you wash dishes, as you watch your child, let the still watcher within remain unbroken. This flame must be lit again and again until it begins to burn on its own. At first, it will flicker. You will forget. You will remember again, then forget, then remember. But each time you return to this simple inner posture, I am here. You are drawing nearer to your real self. Self-realization is not a thunderclap. It is the blooming of this daily remembering until one day the remembering remains and you realize you were never the doer, never the thinker, never the body. You were the silent, infinite, conscious presence in which all this happened. You were always free. This is not a belief. This is not an idea. This is a direct experience, born from daily self-remembering. Dear seekers, you seek awakening. But have you remembered yourself even in this moment? Pause. Close the book of concepts. Turn your gaze inward, not to your breath, it comes and goes. Not to your thoughts, they flicker like shadows. Not even to your emotions. They are weather on the screen of awareness. Instead, feel that which does not come and go. That which was here before this sentence began and will remain when all words fall away. That silent, steady presence, that wordless knowing of I am. Not I am this or I am that, but simply I am. It is not dramatic. It is not loud. It is more intimate than your heartbeat, more constant than your breath, more ancient than your name. Hold this flame. Let your attention rest in it, gently, like a feather on water. Not grasping, not forcing, just remembering. You will see this is the ground you have always stood upon. The one reality untouched by time, untouched by pain, untouched by the rise and fall of the world. This simple, luminous presence is the doorway. This is the beginning. This is the path. And this is the arrival. You are that, not tomorrow, not in some far-off heaven, but now. If only you remember